Alright guys, I talk and say day go come, we go experience something like this. Finally it's happening. Nigerian soldiers don't dare President Bola Ahmed TINUBU. They say enough is enough. They cannot be out there in the bush fighting bandit, Boko Haram, and these people at the same time, they are at home, they kpai their brothers, they kpai their mothers. You understand? They say they not do again. I beg, watch this video and see what is happening. Before then, guys, if you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe, share this video, make it go viral. Nigerians, we understand what is happening. The state of the country today is really scaring. I will be back.
Where are the shout from? I no get joy. I no get joy. You can't be killing my brothers and sisters. I left them behind to fight Boko Haram. You can't be killing them and you want me to have joy. I don't have joy in this country. Whatever the youth are doing, I'm in support of them. Life and direct. Be you who. I no get joy for this time. I'm a soldier, but I can't support bad thing. I can't support bad thing. You can't kill my brothers. You can't kill my brother. I'm here fighting Boko Haram. You can't kill my brothers that are left behind. You can't kill my family.
Welcome back to Grace City Arts. My people, we don't come again with another update. Right now, I want to talk about some of the trendy things for the country. Last, everybody go use and rough for Nigeria. Yes, all the Ariwa youth, the northern bloggers, when come the old black art, they fight justice for kidnappers when they kpai for Uromi. They don't become deaf overnight. All of them don't keep silent. The same people, when they defend, don't go hunt over 50 people for Plateau State. None of them talk about it because now their state it for happen. Most of the northerners knows what is going on in Nigeria. They knows about this killing, but they choose to keep silent. Thank God say the southerners don't wise. They are ready to defend themselves. Buy your enemy before your enemy buy you. Many Fulani people, they don't collect woto. Not be everything una can they see for the media space because many of them are wise. So guys, make I just leave on and watch the rest video. After watching, feel free to drop your thoughts. If you know say you never subscribe to this channel, I beg subscribe. Subscription are free, make it for the watch our updates.
Hello Nigerians. Have you not started reasoning into this matter? That this harassment terrorist attacks is a syndicated war aimed at conquering and taking over Nigeria by a particular tribe. Have you reasoned into the fact that almost all the kidnapping cases take place very close to military or police checkpoints? Have you checked that? Have you noticed that where they direct people who pay them ransoms to drop their ransom is always quite close to police or military checkpoints? Don't you think there's something sinister about it? It is now well known that every government in power in Nigeria, whether the person is of their tribe or not, every government in power stays to protect only this tribe. And you think there's nothing special about it. It doesn't matter whether it is federal government, state government, or local government. Every one of them are in office to protect this one tribe. And you have never reasoned into it to find out that there is something sinister about it. Have you noticed that the police uniform that these criminals wear, the military uniforms that these criminals wear in operations, that it may not be borrowed, it may be their official uniforms, including the weapons they carry? I don't know if you are reasoning. Now, have you found out the reason why the military can fight and kill Nigerian civilians and leave the terrorists, the herders, the Boko Haramites? Have you been able to find out why it is easier for them to kill citizens or protesters than fighting against insurgents? You have never thought about it. Okay. I know that in your finding, you have noticed that these hunters, these kidnappers, these farm destroyers, these bandits, they are never put in custody of any security agency. They are never prosecuted. They are never put to jail. But whenever they are caught, they are rather pampered, gratified, and compensated, and branded repented Boko Harams. But the police cells, the jails, and the punishments in the hand of our military and the security agencies, they are there for free citizens who have not committed any crime. I believe you must have noticed that the GPRS and the NIN that are on the BVN, all of us were directed to get registered into. It is to protect criminals against the free citizens. Do you know that? Have you found out? Okay, keep thinking. I don't know if you have noticed that each time these hoodlums chase away any community from their place, that government will rather carry that community and put them in an IDP camp and then keep the enemies, the occupiers, the people who chase them out. They allow them to take over the place, keeping the owners of the houses in IDP camps. Do you know who is working for who now? Do you know who is a free citizen in Nigeria and who is the criminal? I don't know if you have noticed that anyone that gets connected into the Nigerian politics, it's obvious that this person must be on oath that he must commit totality of his service into protecting this one tribe, even against his own self. That person who is representing your community in government, check whether he is working for your community or he is working for this tribe. These things are obvious. Does anyone understand that these attacks on farmers is systemic, mainly proposed to stop our people from farming, so that hunger will kill all of us, and we are feeling the heat now? This is so systematic that they want us to become hungry, then they will feed us with compromised foods grown with GMO, genetically modified organisms, so that all of us will be poisoned. Some people are fighting to take over the whole of our land, and we are playing. Fellow Nigerians, call on your traditional rulers, call on your town union executives, call your people. Don't depend on government, because it has been proved beyond all reasonable doubts that no government is working for the good of the citizens. They are working for only one tribe in Nigeria. Let the town union executives and the traditional rulers, even some traditional rulers has been compromised, call them back. Form organization of hunters to protect yourselves, to defend yourselves, to protect your land. That is very, very important. It is very, very important. You don't joke about it. Every time your people come out to shout that some people, marauders, kidnappers, terrorists come to ravage your community, you are being laughed at. The noise should cease. Walk behind the scene. Protect your land. That's what I can say. If you have understood that being a hunter and carrying firearm about, you can take it from Sokoto to Port Harcourt and nothing will happen, then pick up your own. The Uromi 16 has taught us a lesson. Make good use of the lesson you have learned. Hearken to the advice of people like General Theophilus Danjuma and the DSS director and other well-meaning Nigerians. Protecting yourselves is the biggest business in the now, because if you cannot protect yourself, you cannot stay alive to continue to be a native of your community. Form your own defense organization. Brand it Hunters Association, and then do the good business of protecting your land. That is very, very important.
If you think it's a joke, they play. 64 community have been taken over by this Fulani militia. This is not my claim. This is their governor claim. Now, the plan of these people is ethnicity cleansing. They are trying to wipe all the whole middle belt. This is their plan. This is their agenda. There's nothing anybody can tell me. Because when you see the unalive, it's much in the middle belt parts. When it comes to Benue being unalive, thousands in every day. Go to Plateau, the same thing. Go to Jos. Name that place in middle belt that have not been affected by these same people, especially the farm sector of that middle belt. That is where they attack mostly. When I think say these people can't joke, now na be joker. These Fulani militia are not here to joke with anybody. Na Nigerian be jokers. So continue ignoring what is happening, thinking because where you dey now they safe. I no go put mouth. No, I no go talk. Oh no, we be one Nigeria. Oh, keep romancing that nonsense. Why they are unaliving some group of people? When they finish to unalive my people, they'll move to the next ethnicity. When I think say they need any of us for this country, they don't need us. They only need themselves to dominate this country. Whether you like it or not, as I be victim today, tomorrow you go be victim. Maybe we no talk. More now continue to say, oh, these people are not the same thing. We have good ones. Why are the good ones not talking? Even they talk about them, the good one they come attack us. So where are the good ones? If truly there is good one, why the good one no they condemn the evil way their brothers did? If truly the good one no know the agenda of the bad ones, why they know they come outside to condemn the atrocity where they did? Every day because of waiting at the talk for waiting Fulani militia they do to my people. Fulani used to send me messages, Fulani all over the world, threatening to track me down and unalive me, but they no born their papa well. I think nothing say they fail now. You know go better for all of now they send me that mess. No blame una. Now the country now blame. That is why an Ethiopia Fulani name that Fulani wey no they send me message to threaten me say I dey talk about him people because they know Nigeria is too big to occupy all of them from different places of the world. So anything wey happen for Nigeria now, whether good Fulani or bad Fulani, outside Fulani, inside Fulani, they know say they go benefit. That is why you go see say Ethiopia Fulani, Somalia Fulani, name that Fulani wey be say I no even dey talk to. I'm only referring to the Fulani unaliving my people in my own country called Nigeria. Now Fulani wey no even dey Nigeria, they send me threat messages. And I think say these people no get agenda. Make una dey play.
Was that 4 days ago, Fulani men were caught with various, arms, lethal arms at Onitsha axis of Anambra State. It was a clear video on social media which has, raised questions on why the Fulanis from Sahel countries are arming themselves against the southeastern region, southwestern region, the former midwestern states of Bendel. Why are they arming themselves? Just recently, over 16 people, hunters, they claim they were at least mobbed to death at Urumi axis of Edo State. Why are the Fulani hegemonies are bent on arming themselves to unalive, and neutralize farmers in their various farmlands in Nigeria? Why is this kind of military confrontation going on this lately? We are of the belief that the conquest of the Fulanis that actually started from 17th, 18th century has abruptly ended in the mid-belt by the paramount royal father or chief or ruler Atta of Igala, who actually beheaded Ottoman Danfodio during his Islamization campaign in the mid-belt Nigeria. Why this armament, very, very late armament that has come, to raise the questions why the Hausas actually could not resist or refuse, housing or sheltering bloody barbarians from Senegambia. The Fulanis migrated into northern region of Nigeria, 17th, 18th centuries, and began their conquest. Of course, they succeeded because virtually the whole Hausa land were infiltrated then by the Fulani Janjaweeds, who actually overcome the local Hausas politically, socially, and otherwise. They became the emirs, the sultanas, all the traditional rulers in the northern Nigeria. ruling and controlling their Hausa counterparts, subjected them to, let me say, heinous, let me say, servility. They turned them to slaves. That's what I mean. The Hausas became slaves to the Fulani visitors. The original owners of the lands are the Negro Hausas, who are still among our brothers in Africa continent. They are black in color, that is in complexion. Their hairs are Negroid. There's never a time their hair could be compared to that of the Middle East Europe, that is the Arabs. The Fulanis, they have coiled hair that will be, likened to that of the Arab people in the Middle East Europe. Of course, you could actually understand that they have strong ties with the Arabs. I mean the Fulanis. They now overcome the local Hausas, control them politically. When you talk about a staunch politician in the northern Nigeria, you are not referring to the Hausas. You are actually, referring to the Fulanis, because they are the ones that are politicking in the northern region. The Hausas have been subjugated, reduced to only peasant farmers, subsistent farmers that are just farming to survive with their families. They are not into mechanized agriculture even, but the Fulanis are, because the Fulanis are the governors, the Fulanis are the commissioners, the Fulanis are the DPO, the Fulanis are the AIG, they are the councillors. The Hausa man is a peaceful man. They went to school anyway, but they find themselves engaged on farming, engaged on teaching. Most of them are Christians. In southern Kaduna, northern Kafanchan, that was where Lekwot, what they call this man, Zamani Lekwot, no? Yeah, Zamani Lekwot, yes, a general that actually fought alongside with the Christians in the 90s when the Fulani headers, Fulani militants, began to buy the Hausas in the 90s, and General Lekwot, Zamani Lekwot, actually fought alongside with the Hausa Christians, and later the Fulani Janjaweeds, actually in conjunction with the Nigerian judiciary, jailed Zamani Lekwot, life jail. Of course, he was released, I think, during either Obasanjo or Jonathan regime. It was indeed a bloody story. A story that is packed with chalks, shrines, with all this kind of goose pimples running over your body, because such stories is packed with psychological intensity that can never go down so easily like that. Once upon a time, the Hausa locals allowed their visitors from Sahel countries, from Senegambia, who came with various ideologies, convincing the Hausas that their religion is weak, less to their own original Hausas religion, traditional religion, I mean. So today, the Hausas have actually, stepped into lethal trials. If you allow Fulani on your land, Fulani is going to possess the whole land. If Fulani comes to your community and you give him a parcel of land, let's say 250 meters, the Fulanis are going to extend it into 850 acres, occupying the whole large land, claiming it, using the soldiers, Nigerian military, aligning with Nigerian police and the Department of Judiciary. Why? Because Fulanis, they are the CGN, the Fulanis, they are the Attorney General of the Federation, the Fulanis are the Ministers of Defense, the Fulanis are the Chief of Army Staff. In fact, the President is a Fulani man. Oftentimes we brag and cast and say all manner of bad things against the Hausas, that they are the one perpetrating all these evils across the northern region. But recently we've actually seen that the Hausas are well-educated people. They are Christians. They are not politically inclined. Even ethnic bigotry eludes the Hausas. They are not. If you go deeper into your research or studies, you will actually find out that the Hausas are not into tribal bigotry or political bigotry, even religious bigotry. They are not. The Hausas are very friendly people, hospitable people, very good people. They don't buy, they don't waste blood. They are not bloodthirsty people. The Hausas are not. It is the Fulanis. Just the other day, that hunters, bandits from Fulani extraction were killed. They were claiming they were hunters. But today we actually seen the sister. A sister of one of the hunters has claimed publicly that his brother that was spied, disallowed or unalived at Oromiledo State, wasn't a hunter. The sister came along to say that she's going to reveal, not in secrecy, but publicly, that his spied brother, dead brother, was a bandit, a terrorist. He said it publicly that her mother, she said it that her mother warned him not to join the group of bandits or terrorists, but her brother insisted. That was when they were killed and they, decimated or neutralized the emir of Kano. Sanusi surprised the whole Nigerians for voicing out, negatively that the Sultanas are killing the Fulanis. Who were the Fulanis? Kpai at Uromi Street, Uromi community. They were not hunters. They were headers. They were Fulani terrorists. Nigerian government refused to proscribe them. They were killing farmers in Ondo. Just the other day, 3 farmers were disallowed on their farmland by Fulani terrorists. Their dead bodies were taken to the office of the governor in Akure, Ondo State. Today, tell me how many emirs, how many sultana in Sokoto State actually came to commiserate with the families of the killed farmers, the dead farmers. You see it, unbalanced justice, gross inequality going on in Nigeria. All the emirs in Kano State, local emirs, Emir Reno, Emir of here and there in the north, they were all shouting and shouting, vomiting their saliva, acid mixed up saliva, claiming that the north has been killed. The northerners have been killed. The Oromi community just spied those hunters that actually they were innocent people. Why are you wielding guns at somebody's farmland? Why are you walking around the whole southeastern Nigeria with lethal weapons? And Peter Mba, this like of Charles Soludo and Hope Ozodemba could not even voice out. Look at Ebonyi State. The Fulanis have succeeded on building many mosques in Ebonyi State today. They are trying to Islamize that axis of southeastern Nigeria. Actually, Islamization is on course in Ebonyi State, northern Igbo land. I'm telling you, the recent discovery in Onitsha has actually waken up another spate of war going on in Nigeria. Igbo Kwano, the DSS Director General has actually instructed everybody. Ajayi, yes, Mr. Ajayi has instructed everybody, every Igbo man, every Yoruba man, take up your arms, arm yourself, be ready, because Fulani, headers, killers, terrorists, they are on rampage in Yoruba land, Igbo land, southeastern Nigeria. Listen to me. If you are staying in Kano State, in Kaduna State, you are on your own, or else you obey, follow the instructions as it was prescribed by Director of DSS, Department of State Security Service. He said it. Everybody in the north, take up your arm. Everybody in Igbo land, arm yourself. In southwest, take up your arm. The Fulanis are on rampage everywhere in Yoruba land, buying and unaliving innocent farmers in their various farmlands. It is time to go for war. And we that are staying in the township, we are not left anytime, any day. We hear kepu from the Fulani headers. Everybody should take to the streets, arm themselves to fight the Fulani menace. The military, the police are not doing enough this time around, and I don't blame them. Why? They are not well taken care of. The police, the army, the soldiers, they are not well remunerated because of what I don't know. These are the security personnel, agents that will be giving, should be giving Nigerians security deserved. But today we've seen that they were not well paid, they were not well equipped. In fact, they are subjected to this kind of economic excruciating situation. How do you expect Nigerian soldiers to fight for you, or police that are not well paid? How could you think the police that cannot cope with this hard economy, we are going through? Policeman cannot, because they are not well maintained, well equipped. You want to send the policeman to meet an AK-47 welding Fulani man, they could decimate our police. It is very bad to subject Nigerian police and soldiers to this kind of air condition. I don't support them fighting in security because they are not well equipped. For the military, because the military are not well equipped. That's why the superiority of the Fulani, armed Fulani men, brings them down. Anytime they have confrontation with the bandits, Toji Bello is ahead. You can see it, the Boko Haram and the ISWAP, they are having upper hand because our soldiers are not well equipped. So this time around, Igbo man, I'm warning you, come back home. You are not loved over there. Come back home unless you are well armed. Look at our dear commercial city, Onitsha. Fulani invaded everywhere. They arrested and caught them on the traffic and brought their luggages and the, let me say, cargoes on consignment down. After ransacking it, after several searchings, they discovered that they were hiding arms with them. Wow, once upon a time, a region in the southeastern Nigeria, very intelligent and bright. You can never beat their instinct, their wisdom. Igbo man is ever ready, well prepared. They were apprehended at Onitsha, and I think they will actually be taken care of. They will be taken care of whether Soludo likes it or not. Those are the Fulani headers that are kidnapping Anambras, buying and disaliving them in various forests and farmland across Anambra State. Those Fulanis that were caught with arms. I pray God will give the Onitsha people the right decision. Yes, to take care of those Fulani killers, headers that are encroaching on the farmlands of Anambra State, buying and killing the farmers in their large number. Nemesis has caught up with them at Onitsha axis. I think it's the right time that they take them out to actually send them to heaven. That is the way we do our own justice to people that are murdering Igbos in their various farmlands. They must face the justice. It is God that is going to judge. So we are not actually going to court or to the police, because on getting to the police station, the DPO, the DTO, the DCO, even police commissioners, they are all from Fulani extraction. I think it is a very big catch. Yes. They arrest them in Anambra State. They shouldn't allow them go. If you allow them to go, they will start buying Anambra people. I am from Anambra. I'm saying it with no fear. The Fulanis are killers all over Nigeria. They are buying Benue people. They are buying Edo people. They are buying Igbo people. They are buying Yoruba people. Hausa people that harbor them are not left out. They are buying Hausas all over the places in Kano State, in Kaduna State. Just Plateau, the Kajet tribe and the Angasians are being pied, killed, unalived on daily basis. Don't you think there is something fishy about it? That the Fulanis have ganged up with their brothers across West Africa, exuding into Nigerian country, well armed. To do what? They had agenda. They had agenda, and the agenda are so lethal, so deadly. And they're carrying out their Fulani conquest that Ottoman Danfodio carried out in 18th century unsuccessfully. They are trying to finish up from where Ottoman Danfodio has, stopped. They want to start from there to finish it up. Fulani conquest is on course, and Islamization is getting a stronghold across Nigeria. They are fighting hard to Islamize Nigeria, whether the Igbos, whether Nwafulu, the governor, and Peter Mba actually get the wind up. The real reasons behind Fulani welding guns across Igbo land. They are trying to fulfill the purpose that those guns were procured for them by the then Nigerian President Muhammad Buhari, who actually at least sign out over 100 billion naira. Bought arms for the Mighty Allah, was confronted by the lawmakers then. Why? Then Buhari responded that the money he gave to Mighty Allah was just for them to secure themselves. And which one? How much did you sign for the Yorubas to secure themselves? At least the Yorubas are from southwestern Nigeria. They had various resources that even the North are dependent on today. They are leveraged on resources from Lagos. Lagos revenue generation is used to pay all the workers, federal agencies in Kano State. Why not Buhari secure at least getting such amount of money from CBN? He had the right, the impetus then to order Godwin Emefiele, to pay to the Yorubas 100 billion. At least they are part of the country. Then why leaving the Igbos? Why not at least give order Central Bank of Nigeria to pay the Igbos from where the resources that feed the whole Nigeria are coming from? He gave the money only to his Fulani kinsmen, and today the Fulanis are welding, moving from place to place, dangerous arms. They are welding dangerous arms at people, at farmers, at hunters, at the communities at large in the Igbos, in Igbo land. Why? Because Fulani man is the most tribalized person in Nigeria today. They were enrolling into local vigilance in Zamfara, and according to opinion poll and statistics, it was only people from the outside extraction that actually were being enrolled. They confronted their Fulani counterpart. Why are you not joining us for peace to reign in our states, in our various communities and farmland? The Fulanis, they denied, they disappeared, they ran away. They could not join forces with Hausa militias to fight the headers. Of course, the headers, the terrorists, are from Fulani extraction. You see why I'm still reiterating that the most tribalized people in Nigeria are the Fulanis. Very, very ethnic, let me say, ethnicity inclined people. They are the Fulanis. They can do without tribalism. They can do without religious bigotry. He is my Muslim brother. He is my Muslim brother. So Christians are not your brother? Why are you so discriminative and divisive? In a little country like Nigeria, you've been so parasitic since inception of this country because no resources are coming from your region. The resources we are using to pay you salaries in the north over there today are coming from Biafra land, are coming from southwest, southeast, are coming from the coastal line of Nigeria, which are today 99.9% Biafra land. Why our Fulanis are so bloody, sanguinary, wasting the blood of the innocent across Nigeria? We are crying foul, and the political elites in Nigeria are not doing anything about it because actually they are cashing out, doing or politicking along with the Fulanis who are giving them large monies, huge fat income. That's why they turn their back on the locals, on various communities in Igbo land, in Yoruba land, subjected to this kind of incessant killings by Fulani headers, Fulani terrorists. Today, the very terrorists arrested in Onitsha, it is too obvious that they were going on, bloody mission. They embarked on bloody mission, but luck ran out of them. Unfortunately for them, they were caught at Kpai flyover in Onitsha. And today, I'm telling you, if care is not taken, the governors of the southeastern Nigeria are going to sweep that matter under carpet. Because as I'm talking to you now, Emir of Kano Sanusi, Sadano of Sokoto, and the rest of the emirs, Fulani emirs, they are having their meeting to unanimously agree to fight the people, arrested the so-called armed runners, gun runners at Onitsha axis. Or else, they will fight you, Igbo man. Be ready in the north. It is right time that we divide Nigeria. Nigeria must not survive this disaster going on across the country. Nigeria is not going to survive it. If you see what is going on currently, the Fulanis are arming themselves, inviting their brothers from Burkina Faso. Most of their brothers that were chased out of Ghana, all roads then led to Nigeria. They were coming in their large numbers into Nigeria, exuding Mali, exuding Senegal, exuding Gambia, exuding Guinea-Bissau. They've actually exuded CAR, Central African Republic. All roads are leading to Nigeria. And the Fulanis have actually invaded the whole forest in southeastern Nigeria, in the mid-belt and the Yoruba highland, Ondo forest. They are there, now. Them they are, now. Yeah. If you are going anywhere in Ondo axis of southwestern state, be careful because you might run into a trap, babu trap. You might run into a group, garrison of Fulani soldiers. And they don't spare any of their victims. Rather, if they kidnap or abduct, at the end of the day, ransom they would or might collect, but later by the person, the victim. Very, very ugly act. So hideous and heinous that one could not even control his temper. How could such crime be, going on? Perpetration going on across southwest, across southeast, and the entire Nigeria. And the government is not doing anything. Yet, the Fulani headers has not been prescribed as terrorist organization. In fact, it's a very gory, ugly, let me say, callous story that needed urgent attention. Why are the Fulanis so wicked and callous that they could not even ask themselves questions? That the country called Nigeria is not their homeland. They just migrated from a place allowed as a result of hospitality by the Hausas to live, coexist with the Hausa locals. And today, the Fulanis have turned thorns on the fledges of the Hausas. In fact, many things are going on today, to the level that Benue State, they died in their 30s of numbers. Yes, in Benue State, the Kpai party last week, in Jos Plateau, more than 58 were Kpai. Last week, 2 weeks ago, 168 people. And Dalong actually was crying foul that the motives of the Kpaiers, the people that killed the Angas, the Kaji tribe, those Plateau, community people, their own motive is very, very ulterior. Yeah, ulterior motive in the sense that they actually want to settle on that land and vacate the owners, the original owners of the land. Meaning they are intruders, they are invaders, their own, agenda is actually to take over the land of Mid-Belt. In fact, we have many stories this time around at hand, and I will tell you that I have to pause here until when I come tomorrow, I will actually begin to tell you what is going on across the country. It is like a race. There is fire on the mountain. Of course, you know what to do. Run, run, run. Oh, don't stay. If you stay, actually, your head might be involved. Better say than to do. That's better say than done. But you know that there is a saying that forewarned, forearmed. Why are we still procrastinating? Allowing strangers from Futajelo Island, decimating the entire topography of Nigeria, doing us this harm of food drought. No more food production across Benue State. The basket state of the country believed to be, good on production of yam, rice, and the rest of their, farm produce. They are not mechanized farmers, so they are into subsistence still, or yet they produce commercial quantity. In fact, we have to pause here, but I have question that poses, I pose for the governors. Governor Mba, Peter Mba, Governor Hope Uzodinma, Governor Nwafulu, why are you subjecting the Igbos to this kind of treatment? Bloody one. Because of money, you turn your back on the entire Southeasterners, subjecting them to incessant Fulani terrorist attack. And you are what? Enjoying, befriending, conniving with your Fulani masters in the north. Does it mean Anambrans were not the one that voted Charles Soludo? Barely 4 years now. Who were those that casted the vote? Were they not the Igbos? The people, the electorate that actually voted Charles Soludo were the Igbos. My question is, why abandoning them to the level of subjecting the Igbos to this kind of treatment? Danger of allowing the Fulani incursion in Anambra State. The Anambrans are dying in their large number. I mean the farmers, the traders, the businessmen are subjected to incessant kidnapping and abduction by gun AK-47 welding Fulanis. Chiefs, Chukuma Soludo is too bad of you. Then I come to you, for you, Governor Nwafulu. Why Ifulefu? You allow the Fulanis to take over many communities now in Ebonyi State and not sleeping in their houses. They actually absconded, leaving their communities for safety elsewhere, in either Abia State or Imo State or Enugu State. Why, Governor Nwafulu? Then Hope Uzodinma, my question for you is, do you derive joy that almost 75% of Olu youths have been pied by Nigerian military? You invited the first military operation in Igbo land after Nigerian Biafran Civil War that ended in 1970. The first military onslaught was invited, signed and sealed by you, Hope Uzodinma. Wow. A brother that has turned an enemy all of a sudden against his brothers. Man, Hope Uzodinma, you have questions to answer. I'm telling you, when your regime ends, your kinsmen will come to you. Maybe a Melisiao, maybe a Polo Gallo, Hope Uzodinma. I'm telling you, you must live to tell God stories of how you thoroughly annihilated, neutralized many youths in your community, including over popular Ikonso Ibonina. May your soul rest in perfect peace.
So everything has to be about politics in Nigeria. The current crops of demonic leaders Nigeria is currently having are willing to lay the lives of the entire Nigerian people down just for political gains. When the state of emergency in Rivers State was declared, many of us asked why. What has happened in Rivers State to warrant an emergency rule? But some people, for party's sake, they lost their senses and beginning to defend the undefendable. Now, it is no longer news that certain states in Nigeria are currently under siege in the hands of Boko Haram terrorists. Now, most recently, and what impressed me most is when this man cried out. We all know who Senator Ali Undume is in the red chambers. This man have always spoken some word the way it should be. That's why I like him sometimes, despite the fact that he's an APC member. This is the man who has spoken to an extent that he was even being suspended by Akpabio-led Senate for speaking the truth when he said most of the senators steal what they don't want, which they refer to them as kleptomania, which was the real fact, but for daring to speak the truth, Akpabio led Senate suspended him. He has come out now to cry. And in his word, I read, he said Borno State under siege. He said Boko Haram have killed 300 in 6 months. As in the past 6 months, Boko Haram has taken the lives of over 300 persons, and 3 local governments are currently under the control of Boko Haram. These were the words of Senator Ali Ndume. So you can see, that's what I've displayed there. You see it. These are not words of Odalo. You got it. Now, in that same Borno State, the governor also cried out. It says Boko Haram making gains in Borno State. You're also saying it. That was said by the governor himself, Governor Babagana Zulum. Now, what this Borno State is the home state of the current vice president of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima. Now, on the pictures I'm displaying, you can see the 3 of them here. These are 3 powerful Nigerians. Kashim Shettima at the middle, Senator Ali Ndume, and the state governor Babagana Zulum, all from Borno State. Now, we remember Kashim Shettima during the campaign told Nigerians that he will handle security while he will allow TINUBU to handle economy. He switched duty unconstitutionally. But putting the constitution aside now, let's assume Kashim is handling security. And this is the best you can get in your home state, Oga. If these numbers of persons are going down in Borno State, no state of emergency. The other day it was 50 in Plateau. Just yesterday I heard of 51 again in the same Plateau state. No state of emergency. Benue is how many daily? I've said these things before. No state of emergency because of politics. These 3 top Nigerian politicians I've displayed are all members of the APC, having fire burn in their own state. These are the people we look up to rescue Nigeria. And some elements with empty head, with nothing in their head, with their brain eaten up by sentiment, we still tell you that TINUBU and APC for 2027. Without due respect, whoever is in this category supporting TINUBU for 2027, may you never live to see 2027. Unless you are saying what is right. If you are supporting what is wrong, what has brought down so many lives in Nigeria, a TINUBU government that has failed woefully, is what you are supporting because you are eaten up by sentiment and your stomach infrastructure. May you never see 2027. May the gods of our land take your life before 2027. But if what TINUBU is doing in Nigeria is fine, may peace be unto you and may you live beyond 2027 and perhaps forever. If you still support TINUBU, whoever you are, and you are doing it that on the basis of what you are gaining, regardless and less concerned of what is happening to the majority of ordinary Nigerians, it shall never be well with you. May your family, may the life of your generation be run the way TINUBU is currently running Nigeria. May the current state of Nigeria never cease from your life and your family. And if you fail to say amen to this, instant thunder, the hottest Ogun and the strongest and toughest of Amadioha. Do I really believe in those things? It's not as if I do. But they will visit you. They will definitely visit you. Politics. Everything politics. People are losing their lives daily in number. No state of emergency. If Nigeria should not be declared state of emergency as of today, the Nigeria as the whole, then the state of emergency that is politically being imposed on Rivers State should be called off immediately. Or else, it shall never be well with whoever is behind this evil. I speak in the voice of the ordinary Nigerian. I speak in the voice of majority of the suffering Nigerians and the victims of bad government. If you want to come after me, the DSS are very good at that. The DSS that cannot go after bandits, that cannot go after terrorists. If you come after me for the truth, for saying what is right, you will never find your way to my location. You will lose your life on the way. Odalo said so.
Security and commissioners.
I will be a she has so a.
Yesu Yesu inasonga kaingade machetone Yesu Yesu nizamika ragana arabaga.
Yesterday night, while our people were vigilant and also taking note of their surroundings, around about 12, after 12, we discovered some militiamen known as headsmen who invaded Ziki, Kpai community in Kol district of Irigwe Chiefdom Bassa local government area. They started shooting, they burnt houses, they macheted people, and as I speak, we have recovered about 51 dead bodies on ground. And then we are still searching. I will not say that is the end, but we are still searching on other corpses around the bushes. And that is the situation of what happened. So Fulani headsmen invaded this community, killed and macheted the Irigwe people. I am telling you, the situation is very disheartening, very sad to see. If you turn your camera to look at women, children, aged crying, you will yourself, even as journalists, also join in shedding tears because the situation is bad. To say a single attack, over 50 people have been killed, honestly speaking, is one of the kind that we have never had in this nation. Honestly, as a nation, we are sad by this event, and honestly, something needs to be done to put a halt to this.
Fulani people have been killing us in this our community, and several times they will come and attack us. We Irigwe people have never gone to their ruga to attack them, so they have been coming and be killing every time. We are tired of this killing. We are tired of this killing. Enough is enough. Our children are dying. Our mates are dying. Our husbands are dying. Our crops have been raised down by this Fulani hitman. So we are tired. Enough is enough. From last year, if I will give you the account of women that lost their husband, we have about 570 something women that Fulani people killed their husband. We have so many widows and orphans in this community. So we are tired. This thing enough is enough. We want Fulani people to stop doing all this thing that they are doing to Irigwe people. We don't want them again. There are several times that they will call us for peace talk. Well, after peace talk, another thing will come out. After peace talk, another thing will come out. Last week we have peace talk with sector. We talk about this peace something, but see what happened yesterday again. We lost so many people that we have never account lot of them. We have never seen some of our people again.
We have passed several motions. We have called on the state government to these ugly incidents. We have profound solutions. We have asked that these settler campuses of security should be opened in border states, so that they will be able to be proactive whenever there's an incident like this. When there are border security across state levels, they can be able to handle situations like this. When they had a gunshot, not necessarily must be a call. These are rural areas. If we are far from the security, before the security will arrive, I think disaster must have occurred that we cannot measure. So we have called on the state government, and in fact, even we have cried even with the federal government to create these police outposts across boundaries to tackle this kind of event. Otherwise, we will keep on counting losses of our people.
I just shed tears right now. I weep for my country. Now the question is, which way to go? So guys, you've all heard it now. You've seen everything. What's your take on this? Please, let's hear from you. I better share this video. Make Nigerians they see what's in the happen. Let this video go viral. Let this video go viral. Subscribe if this is your first time of coming out here. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.